Welcome to chemistry. Today we're going to be talking about size. We've already discussed the groups and periods on the periodic table, so today we're going to be talking about size. So, atomic size and ion size. So I'm going to read what I have right there, the black, the white, and the highlighted yellow. It says the atomic radius is 1/2 the distance between two bonded atoms' nuclei. So let's have a picture of what that actually is. So if I have two circles right there, each circle represents an atom. If I have two circles, that's two atoms, and they're bonded together. Their central dots are where the nuclei are. So 1/2 the distance between the two nuclei, that is the atomic radius of that atom. So the atomic radius is highlighted there in yellow. Okay, you should see on the periodic table that I have here, I have highlighted a couple of things. They are in black and white, and they are in numbers. Those numbers are in picometers. That's really, really small meters. Okay, so the picometers are in the black and the white numbers. So for hydrogen in the upper left-hand corner on the periodic table, it's 37. Right below that is lithium at 152. Right below that is sodium at 186. You should see as you go down a group, then the numbers get larger. As you go down a group, the size gets larger. So therefore this blue arrow, as you go down a group, the size gets larger. Then I want you to take a look at the far right-hand side of the periodic table where the noble gases are. Remember from the previous lecture, okay, and the previous lesson of the group names. So the group 18, or the noble gases, start off with neon, and its size is 38. Then move one to the left of that is fluorine, and then you have 71. Oxygen is 73. Nitrogen is 75. Carbon is 77. Boron is 82. Beryllium is 111. And lithium is 152. You should see that as you go from the right to the left, as you follow this arrow right here, the size also increases. So therefore, the generic trend here is as you go down a group, or the size increases, and as you go to the left across a period, the size, as you go down a group, the size increases. As you go across a period to the left, the size increases, both increasing in size. Let's see what that looks like graphically. So here is a graph, and this is graphed of the atomic radius and the atomic number. And you should see that I've highlighted with that yellow arrow just group number 1 without the hydrogen. And you should see that we have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. And as you see on that line there, every element going down the group gets larger as the atomic number increases. Hopefully that works for you. Okay, now we're going to talk about atoms and ions and their size difference between those. You should have already talked about a lesson of atoms and ions, and an atom and an ion, their difference is the number of electrons either gained or lost. So I want you to look at this picture, this diagram right here, and you should see red, gray, and blue colors. I'm going to focus on the left-hand side where you see the red and the gray colors. The red and the gray colors represent metals. Metal atoms always have larger radius than their counter metal ions. So, if we are to take a look at a metal atom of lithium, it's larger than its ion of lithium, which has lost an electron. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. And again, as you can see, as you go from lithium to sodium to potassium to rubidium, then the size increases as you go down a group. In fact, if you were to look at the next group with beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and strontium, as you go down group 2, the size gets bigger. The size gets bigger with the atom size and the ion size. Okay? But remember that metal atoms are always larger than their counter metal ions. Okay, now we're going to look at the blue and the gray. The blue and the gray are representing nonmetals. And nonmetals always have smaller, the nonmetal atoms are always smaller than their counter nonmetal ions. So this right here is a nonmetal ion, a fluoride ion, because it has gained an electron. And this is a nonmetal atom. Okay, so the atoms are smaller than the ions, and as you should see here, going down a group, they also get larger. For their atoms, going down a group, they also get larger for their ions. I hope that worked well for you. I'll see you next time.